Welcome to Childfree Media. I'm Cody Hetzel, and I'm joined today by
LeNora Faye.
We want to tell you a little bit about what we're looking to start with Childfree Media. It's a network leading the conversation for those interested in the child-free lifestyle. It's a mouthful, but essentially what that means is we want to provide a platform for people who maybe have been in the child-free content creator game for a while. Maybe they're wanting to start creating content, but they don't know where to begin. We want to give some kind of a platform for them to tap into, to where you don't have to fight for those views and the clicks and the likes as much. The algorithms will beat you over the head. And so what we're trying to do is create something where there's a safety net in place where we can have built-in followers already there for you. Just provide us the content and we'll put it out there and reach that demographic.
So I have been a content creator for the last 4 years, and Cody, you've been a content creator for what, 4, maybe even longer?
No, I don't know about longer, maybe like 2 or 3 years. Yeah.
Okay. So we both can attest to how lonely that experience is, especially when you are trying to, first of all, find your voice, trying to decide what kind of content you want to put out there regarding the child-free lifestyle. And then you see accounts there that look like they're miles ahead and maybe have done something that you're already thinking about doing. It can be a really lonely experience. And so what we really want to offer, or that we are offering, is a support system as well. We are creating this platform that's a neutral platform. It's not a community per se. It's available for anyone who even wants to create their own community, but needs, assistance in starting. Because sometimes you have an idea, you try and make it work. A few months later, you go, okay, this isn't working. How do I do this? Do I quit? This is where having a support system of other child-free content creators and, those like me and Cody, for example, who are behind the scenes running this is where we can step in and help brainstorm ideas, keep you going, keep you motivated. Well, we're not going to do things for you, just to put that out there.
We don't have that much time.
Exactly. We're quite busy, but this is something that is necessary, because there have been so many times in the last 4 years where, I'm involved in a lot of things in the child-free space, and every single project, there has been a moment where you're like, do we continue? And that's a really real thing. And there isn't really anything that offers support to kind of talk you through that, because, this conversation is so vital. And there's, we probably can all think of accounts that existed a few years ago that are dormant now. We don't necessarily know the reasons why, but burnout is a real thing. So we want to encourage people, and maybe your idea is short. Maybe it's only like a 6-episode idea, or maybe you just want to write one article. Maybe you have an idea for a fun video on TikTok, but you don't want to start a TikTok account, because believe me, TikTok is more work than all of the other social media platforms combined, I've discovered. So consistency is vital, but it can be impossible for some people, and it might stop you from wanting to even start. So this offers a solution, a great solution, to be able to put your content out there and go out at your own pace. Because trying to keep up with what's expected, specifically in social media, is exhausting, right?
Yeah, the behind the scenes algorithms, they all want something a little bit different, but the one thing they want is consistency.
Mm-hmm.
And they want consistency in your viewership and your clicks and likes, or whatever, button they have for you to push. That's the trick that we've seen, that where a lot of people, they get burned out really quickly because they have all this energy and enthusiasm and they start making content, but they don't get the response that really their content deserves, because the algorithm's not picking them up for whatever reason. And it just kind of got the wheels turning of, well, how can we beat the algorithm? And that is to basically have a platform with viewers already in place, that once we put something out from, no matter who it is, if it's from child-free content or creator A or B or C or D, whoever it is, if they're creating one thing a month or one thing a week at their own pace, whatever they're wanting to do, it all compounds with the more people that we have inputting into the Childfree Media platform. And so you can see right there where, if someone is new to the child-free lifestyle, the realm, the world of being child-free, and they want to gather information, like this will have a connection to so many different creators out there. Mm-hmm. So instead of having to search and not finding someone until, maybe a year after they've started or a year after they've stopped creating content, like this will give you easy access to like find those spokes on the wheel immediately and just get in touch with what their message they're putting out there.
And this really does speak to the power of having a network. Over the last few years, we have been able to create a network within our own individual stuff, and, the collaborations that we work on. So this is something that, again, is missing from the child-free space, is networking, because there's a lot of communities and there is rarely any crossover. And that is unfortunate because, I get it. People are protective of what they're creating, and it's their thing and their brand. And, if you have a brand idea, I mean, this is where we help, foster that idea as well. We're not taking ownership of anything. If you want to create your own idea, Childfree Media, you could use that label as well, because that is what will, continue to grow this network. But the idea of having a network that does feature content creators all over the world, the bigger picture for this is actually being able to get attention outside of the child-free community. The first step is creating something for child-free content creators that is useful, that, can help further the conversation. But we need to get the choice awareness message beyond the child-free community. So with Childfree Media, that is an even bigger picture with that. And that's not something that one person can do. That's something that not even two people can do, is to get, to really, like, two people can't speak for the entire community. That's what I'm trying to say, right? We need everybody's voices. And this is what Childfree Media is for. Again, it's a neutral space for anyone who wants to offer their point of view, whether it's in written form, whether it's in podcasting form, whether it's social media. Again, you can just say, I have an idea for one post. That's all I ever want to do. And I don't want to use my face, and I don't want to use my name. That is totally fine. Like, we can accommodate all of that. The whole point is to have a platform where everyone can add their voice, feel like they can add their voice, and it pushes the awareness to choice, to the child-free conversation, where places hasn't gone before, whatever that is. There's a lot to be done in that, but it's not up to 2 or 3 people or even 5 people. Like, everybody, this is something where everyone can contribute to. So to me, that's really exciting.
Yeah, and I guess people are going to think, well, what's in it for you guys? What's Cody and LeNora doing? This is free. There's no paywall. There's nothing to keep someone from viewing the content that is on Childfree Media. I guess the long-term hopes are kind of like what LeNora says, as things gain traction, as attention is gained from outside of our community, if there is an opportunity for advertising or sponsorships, if they're able to see all these great content creators in one place and they say, you know what, I want to see if I can advertise with A, B, C, and D. And and there you go. Like, we basically just found advertisers for you, so you can start to monetize the awesome stuff that you're putting out there. And that's between you and the advertisers. But, how hard is it for them to find you right now?
Exactly. And this is, the numbers game is interesting, because it's assumed that you need X amount of followers to make a difference or to be seen. I've never had a ton of followers, and yet the opportunities I've been given have been amazing. So numbers don't always mean, like, you don't have to have 1 million people following you in order to, be seen, to make a difference, to add your voice. And here's one thing that I am kind of excited about, because this is where I'm at in my personal content creator journey, is tackling the negativity. I think that's something that's worth addressing, because that scares a lot of people from starting. Well, the nice thing about Childfree Media is it comes in with a built-in patroller, I should say, not a troller. We can we can look after that for you as well too. So if you're worried,
just so you're not alone. Like, that's the biggest thing.
Exactly.
that and kind of how the thought and idea of this came about, is that we're all out there moving in the same direction. We all want to help people understand what the child-free lifestyle and the child-free community is from a positive light. And essentially what we've created is a bunch of islands where everybody's creating their own stuff. But then the islands also have little walls built on it, because people are very afraid of, like, giving up their information, and it's their intellectual property, whatever you might want to call it. And it's like, there's an opportunity here to say, well, look, it's not necessarily a full-on collaboration. It's kind of just bringing people into the fold of one network and one platform to synergize and to get, like, just the energy flowing together. And the more, the more opportunities we have to publicize and promote content creators, the more it's going to help everybody that's in that single platform. Instead of right now, where if you just type, whatever hashtag child free into any social media, any video platform, you'll get a laundry list of just random videos. But just to go through that and connect with the individual people or to find the content that's relevant is very difficult. And what we're trying to do is break that down and make it much easier and more consumable. So what we're looking for is right now the content creators, whether it's written in blog, or if it's a video content creator, or even a podcast with audio. We're looking for the people out there, even if you're established, if you want to join this network, it's not too late. Like, it's the perfect time to jump in. And we're not asking you to even give up what you currently have. We're just asking that you provide us with some material that we can put out there on Childfree Media to merge in with what everybody else is going to be putting into the pot and have everybody benefit from the efforts of all. So if you're thinking about starting a blog or a video or a podcast, let us know. We'll put the details in the description as always, and just let us know what platform that you're interested in. LeNora or myself will reach out to you and find out how we can help and bring you to the Childfree Media network.
So we also have a newsletter / calendar feature as well. So if you have an event podcast release, like let's say you are an established content creator and you just want more awareness to your next episode or your next blog post, or if you're doing a meetup event in your city or a virtual event, let us know. This is, again, another free resource that you can use with Childfree Media. Send us the details. We'll have it listed in our newsletter. We'll have it on the website at some point, and we'll make sure that the word gets out as well too. Again, this is a network. Think of it as like a neutral network for everyone to use to get the word out and what you're doing in the Childfree community for the Childfree community.
It could be even as simple as a book club. If you have a virtual book club, let us know when the book club meets. If it's a Facebook group and you're wanting to have karaoke night, I don't know, just let us know and we'll put it on the calendar, and people, they might join the network that you're on to partake in that. Who knows? You're just looking to consume the content. That's why we're here. We've got all the social media places to be, so just find us on there at Childfree Media and like, follow, share, whatever it is. And yeah, we'll be putting out some great information from great Childfree people.
So if you want to reach out to us, our email is childfreemedia@gmail.com.